Hey, what's up everyone? Danny and Alex here. Today, we're going to talk about strength and explosivity training. So basically strength and power. So every once in a while, I give Alex a challenge, especially right now, there's no tournaments and competitions. So most athletes, competitive athletes, need that challenge, you know, having a date or having some training camps. So right now we're just kind of doing some general, nothing specific type of training. So today, he didn't know, I announced it this morning, so brought him to the gym. We're gonna do a testing of his leg strength. Now, before we get started, I wanna explain how this is gonna work. When you wanna test lower or upper body strength, what you're gonna do is lower the repetition. So usually we're gonna go all the way down to 1 rep max, but today we're only gonna focus on 3 to 5 reps. So we're gonna use only one exercise to do this. He has never done this before, so what we're gonna do is test the squat, which the barbell back squat is one of the king of the exercises for the lower body. Now, with the squat, what we're gonna do is we're gonna test it over 5 sets. So 5 sets, working sets, if you will, of 3 to 5 repetitions. So he's gonna have 5 chances to see what his strongest weight is for 3 to 5 reps. Now, we're not gonna go any lower than those reps simply because I wanna prevent injuries. If you're a coach watching this video or a parent, make sure that you have teenagers, young kids. Alex is only 13 years old. That they don't do this unsupervised, all right? They don't go into the gym with their friends and just test how strong they are, especially on an exercise like the back squat. I know when on camera it just looks like everyone knows how to do a squat, but the bottom line is this. I've seen more injuries happen using the squat than any other barbell style exercises in gyms throughout all the lifespan I've been training. So it's very important to be very cautious. And before we get started, it's always important to get warmed up. So what I'm gonna do is run Alex through a dynamic functional style warm-up to get him ready. This is gonna last about 5 minutes. Once we're there, we're gonna build 3 to 4 sets. Just build it up slowly with a lighter weight. And then we're gonna start the working sets of 3 to 5 repetitions for 5 sets. Okay, so now we've warmed up Alex a little bit with some dynamic exercises, and we also did some light squat. Now we're gonna start to ignite the nervous system. So how we do this is we focus on the same amount of reps that he's gonna do using the real heavy sets at the end. So even though you're still using a warm-up weight, so now we're gonna focus 3 to 5 reps. So I want him to do no more than 5 reps, even though he knows he can do 10 to 12 with this type of weight, all right? So now we're just activating our brain to explode out of 5 repetitions, okay? So ready, Alex? So this is still warming up. We still have 2 more warm-up sets with a lighter weight. All right, so heels tight against the floor. And now go down as if you're sitting down on a chair and explode out of the hole. That's it. That's it. Down and explode up. There you go. Good. All right, so now we've already worked 2 sets for Alex, and there's 3 left, okay? So these last 3 are gonna be the most important sets of this training session. We're focusing on one exercise for strength. And the squat, like I said, as you've seen me previously, I'm supervising right behind Alex. I'm there if there's anything. I'm always ensuring that I'm talking to him, keeping the core, the lower back, the glutes, as well as the hamstrings and heels very tight and contracted throughout the sets, okay? So for Alex, this is heavy. This is where we talk about the central nervous system. This is where we activate this and we fire it up, because if we can ignite this, then you're gonna dramatically improve your strength, okay? So Alex has never used this type of weight before. Usually when we train, he's been training for quite some time. He usually does about 1/3 of the weight we're doing today. So he's never touched this type of weight on a barbell squat before. So this is what I want you guys to notice is, for you, it's gonna be a different type of weight, right? You need to find that out. So some people, it's gonna be 800 pounds, all right? Other people, it's gonna be 100 pounds. And for kids or someone Alex's size, 80 pounds, 13 years old, This is gonna be his weight. We don't even know what this is. This is 60 plus 15, that's 75 pounds. So he's never done this before. So it's gonna be his first time. And let's see how it goes, 3 to 5 reps. Are you ready? We've got 3 sets to go. Let's go. All right, so when you're ready, get under the bar, focus, see in your mind doing that squat movement, okay? I'm right there. All right, lower back tight, heels in the hamstrings. Let's go. There's 1, beautiful, stay strong. 2, 3, 4, one more, you can do it. Up, beautiful, excellent. Perfect, good job, buddy. So there you go. Didn't think you were gonna do this one, eh? When I added another plate on the bar, he says, no, I can't do this. But he just did 5, all right? So we got 2 more working sets. I'm gonna push the envelope just slightly, but not enough to risk injury, okay? So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna add only 5 more pounds. So technically it's 10 pounds on the bar, 5 on each side. We're not gonna increase it too much because it's the first time he tries this stuff. But I know he can do this because he just repped out 5 reps and now we have to do 3 to 5. So we're only gonna add 10 pounds on the bar, which should be pretty easy for him. But now what's gonna happen is when we train like this, the next time he works out, he's gonna know in his mind that he's attained a certain amount of weight on the bar. And the next time you train the squat, it's easy because your mind knows you can do it, right? So we have to break that barrier. You have to push that plateau once in a while. When you do this and you learn and you teach your body to do this type of training, your strength is gonna increase for any type of athletics that you're training. In our case, we do martial arts, so legs, core, strength, and explosivity are super important for the types of sports that we do, all right? So this is the type of trainings that I used to do, and this is the type of training I want Alex to follow as well. So usually this stuff we would do in training camps, but right now there's no training camp. So if you're off season, just implement these types of workouts once in a while, on occasion, right? So you don't want to burn out. You know, when you do a training camp, you know after the camp is done, you're gonna have a few weeks to recover, right? Usually we'll take 1 to 2 weeks off completely. So when it's just off season, just once in a while, once every other month or so, touch on these types of sessions. The people who do this on a weekly basis, every training session or so now, you're gonna burn out, guys, trust me. You're not gonna last that long. Look at all the athletes that you know, local athletes, and tell me which one of them have been training for 10 years consistently doing these types of workouts. You know, it doesn't work. You can't stick to that type of intensive program, right? So you have to periodize the types of training sessions you do and the intensities as well, all right? So that's the key. Once in a while you'll train lightly, other times it's gonna be intermediate or medium intensity, and other times it's gonna be pushing the envelope a little bit more, and you go back to light workouts, okay? So you ready for the next one? Let's add some weight. All right, so what we have here is the second part of the routine, and now we're going to switch the focus from strength to power. All right, so how you develop power, the best way is about jumps and plyometrics. As well, we can do Olympic lifting, but today we're gonna focus on plyos. All right, so we're gonna do the hurdle jump. So I want Alex to do 5 reps. When we're working on power, you wanna stick between anything from 5 to 8 repetitions. So today we're gonna use only in between, so 5 reps is gonna be just okay. And we're gonna set it to 24 inches, which is just above Alex's knees, right? So this is a good height for him. If you're taller, of course, you wanna go higher. And if you're very athletic or you're used to this, you could set it up all the way up to 40 inches if that's the height you can jump. But the idea is, we've just used a strength exercise just before, so now your quads and your glutes are very fatigued, and now we're gonna have to explode 5 times. So it's not about just jumping once on the box, it's jumping over a hurdle, okay? It's different. Now there's no platform where you can aim your landing, so it gives it a different challenge, and it's excellent. This is stuff that I used to do for mixed martial arts and wrestling. So Alex is gonna demonstrate here. So you ready, Alex? Let's go for, because we only have 3 hurdles, we're gonna jump 3, turn around, and 2 more, okay? Let's go. Good, right away turn. Beautiful, stop, excellent. Very good, very good. So now we're gonna give him about 60 seconds rest. And once again, we're activating the central nervous system. So give it that time to rest. I know a lot of times athletes are like, okay, no, I'm fresh. I'm not even exhausted. I can go for the second set right away. The idea is to let everything fall back down and then explode again. All right, so you wanna train that. So you wanna give it the time it needs. The rest and recovery periods in between each set, they're mandatory. They need to be done in order to progress and get the full benefit of this type of training session. All right, so we're gonna give it a time, and then we're gonna go for 3 more sets, because this one we're gonna hit 4 sets. 4 sets of 5 jumps. All right, for the third and last exercise for this training program, what we're gonna do is work the core strength, all right? The rotational movement of your core. So this is great for martial artists. It's great for all sorts of sports, because there's a lot of rotational movements that we do. Whether you play football, basketball, if you're playing hockey, tennis. In our case, we do martial arts, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and mixed martial arts. This is gonna be great exercise for Alex. So what we're gonna do, there's 2 methods of doing the landmine. See, this is what we call a landmine right here. All right, this is a landmine attachment, and then all you do is place into the cannonball a barbell. Now, there's 2 ways of doing this. The first way is the anti-core rotation, meaning only the upper body is gonna twist, but notice that my trunk, my legs, and my feet stay static. As I get to the maximum of my spine's flexibility, I squeeze so I can resist it and then bring it back. Now the trick on this one is to not bring it back using the force of your arms. Bring it back using the contraction of your abs. So as you start to twist, you're flexing the abdominal wall, and then you pull using the squeeze of your abs and rotate the body as you bring this back, and not just push and pull with your arms. This is one of the methods. The second method is now we're gonna use the rotation with the movement. So as I start to twist, I'm gonna bring the bar a little bit further out, and now notice how my back leg starts to turn, and I twist, and now I come back into my stance, and I'll do the opposite side, start to twist, and now bring it back into my stance. Now you wanna choose a weight that you're comfortable. We're gonna do 5 reps on each side, so 10 reps total. You don't wanna use a light weight where you're just swinging side to side like this, okay? This is gonna be too light, right? That's not the purpose of this exercise. We don't wanna use a ballistic movement. We wanna use a rotational core where we can freeze, flex, and return to our starting position. Now I'm gonna have Alex use this bar. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 hands grip. Now you wanna place your feet shoulder width and keep your feet pointed forwards with your knees, okay? Now you're gonna start to twist, and only one leg turns. Rotate like you're throwing a cross. That's 1 rep. Turn, squeeze the abs. There's 2. That's 3, 2 more on each side. Good. Once more. Squeeze. Last one. Beautiful. Excellent. All right, how's that feel? Good? All right, so on this one, we're gonna hit 4 sets. So now he's done 1, we're gonna take a pause and 3 more times. So there you have it, guys. This foundational workout, this is great because we're hitting strength, we're hitting power, explosivity, and we're also using the strength of our core. Now, why did I do this? Because to improve your squats, there's something else I wanna add in this video is not only are your legs getting stronger, but your back as well. A lot of people think it's just glutes all the way down to the feet. But when we do squats, to improve the strength of your squats, you need to have a strong back. If you have a strong core and a strong back, the squat weight that you're gonna be able to use to get out of the hole is gonna increase twofold, right? So this type of exercise also stabilizing your lower back along with your core. A lot of people think the core is just the abs. But if that was the case, all we needed to do was doing crunches and leg raises all day and you have a strong core, but it's not the case. In order to strengthen your core, it's the abdominal wall, but it's also your trunk, your lower back, trapezius muscles, all right, your hips, also the stability all the way down from your glutes, hamstrings, calves to the Achilles tendons, right down to the core of your heel, right? So that's the core strength. That's the stabilization we're trying to improve. So we hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Hope it was useful for you guys. If ever you want to do some functional training, hit me up. I also do personal training programs online as well for a lot of different athletes throughout the world, actually. So I've trained a lot of students locally, but also correspond with some people to help them out by correspondence online. So just hit us up, send me a message, or DM us. Find us on Instagram, Alex the Prodigy or Crew Danny. We'll catch you guys
in the next training video.
Take care.